Good morning, my people. Good morning, my tribe. Y'all are definitely my people, right? I love y'all to death. So, y'all tagged me 100 times in this video. And for those who don't know, let me show you, and we're going to talk about it.
My best friend and I, when we were in 10th grade, we had like crazy crushes. We would drive around, like stalk these guys. We decided one night to go to the arcade where they were, and I put bronzer all over myself in a Scary Spice fro, so I thought they would think I was like a black girl. And so I could stalk them. My friend dressed up as like this goth girl, and we literally sat outside their houses.
Blake Lively was in the 10th grade during the 2002-2003 school year. So just to kind of put into some perspective, what was the social attitude about people in blackface in the 2000s? And this is what it sums up. In the 2000s, society was in transitional phase regarding blackface. While many condemned it as being racist and unacceptable, others downplayed it or defended it using certain contexts. This decade laid the groundwork for more divisive rejection of blackface in the 2010s, driven by heightened awareness of racial justice and amplifying the power of social media. I remember when Ted Danson showed up in blackface in 2001, and that sparked a lot of outcry and a lot of controversy. Now, during that time period, people were doing it for Halloween, but there was a social push, and it was like, yeah, this ain't cool. This is a no-go. I remember Saturday Night Live was doing blackface for satire, and then people were like, nah, killer, this is a no-go. Now, here's the situation. Blake Lively was anywhere between 15 to 16 years old in 2002, 2003 school year. I am not going to hold what a child did against them, but when there's a consistent pattern going into their adulthood, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a Now, let's see. We have admitting to being in blackface as a teenager, getting married on a plantation, telling a black man not to look at her in the eye, romanticizing the antebellum slavery period, endorsing a fashion brand that romanticizes the slavery period, but depending on what lens you look at it, it could be deemed as slavery core, sharecropper core, poor core. That's up for your interpretation. So that's kind of like an if on that one when it comes to that particular fashion brand. My question is for the Swifties, because I'm going to circle this back to the Swifties. That's been her best friend for 10 years. I can only imagine the conversations that she's having outside of the cameras. And considering that Blake Lively doesn't necessarily associate with black people, nor does she really work with black people, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's up. And birds of a feather do flock together, and you are a direct reflection of the people that you keep in your inner circle. But tell me what you think, because, child, the fact that this was dug up over 20 years ago, that woman's career is done. But tell me your thoughts in 2 cents.